All right, guys, we are live. So there, your voices are now live on air. Okay. Goodness, give me strength. Right. Okay. I see there is a SAM update. Anyway. Okay. There is our jetway running. Okay, guys, we are happy. We got into this and everything is working. Okay. Let's go to live chat. All right. I want to quickly get out of here. I just want to quickly make mention. A couple of months ago, I can't remember how many months ago, Andrew and I were sitting and talking, Andrew from Vertical Sim, and we were talking about this airport, Ontario, that he made, and it was like a day or two after he released it, I think. I'm speaking under correction. And I said to him, well, when I've got the money again, I'll purchase it, and I'll put it on a stream for him, and I'll show the guys what it looks like. And here we go. So yesterday I took the plunge and actually bought the airport. So this is not a sponsored video. This is just me telling you that a buddy of mine made a very nice airport. I think it looks really nice. I haven't really looked around the rest, but there where I've been, that's the Southwest Terminal. This is Delta over here, according to the layout that it tells me in X-Plane.
This is the airfield where you've got two sides to it, isn't it?
Yes. And also this is one of the airfields, one of the first ones where we did some of the turns where Zibo actually made the turn look like a turn in the magenta line, where it wasn't just a line or something. I remember there was one specific, it's obviously in my YouTube channel, we can go back and look exactly what it was, but there was something specific that he made that we could come and test over here. Something about the lines. I might be confusing it with something Twixter did, but I don't know. We can go.
Asking is, yeah, there's the other Bay Area, isn't it? Yes, there is there. This is the airfield where Airliners Live stream live from in Canada.
No, sir. No. This is no. They're in Vancouver. This is Ontario. This is next to LA. It's between LA and Palm Springs. This one. This is where this one is.
Okay.
All right. So if you look that way, that's Los Angeles, and if you go that way, there's Palm Springs over there. So yeah, but anyway, I think he did a grand job. I don't have a buggy to really drive around here and go look at all the intricate detail, but as usual, I mean, Andrew's work is stellar. It is absolutely unbelievable when you compare it to some of the other jokers out there. So I have no problem telling you to go buy this. It's on special, by the way. It's $15.99. So if you ever want to fly at this airport, go grab it now while it's on special.
Neil's come closest to stirring it so far.
Yeah.
The sin.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, guys, as the title says, we're in a LevelUP aircraft, and we are quickly going to fly to Phoenix Sky Harbor. It's not a really long flight, so we can get going soon.
Now the cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call us through the menu when you're ready to go.
I've not flown one of these aircraft in quite some time, eh? And believe it or not, I did remember to put the experimental flight model actually on. So we are ready to really test it, not just fool around.
When you were at the back of the aircraft just then, the perspective of it made me think that it actually looked a bigger plane.
Really?
And when you look, it looked broad. I don't know. It just looked broad. It didn't look like a 737 at the back end to me.
Well, one of the No, I hear you, but one of the things that caught my eye that was confusing me a little bit is the brightness of the white in the wing and the brightness of the white in these tiles on the floor. And it kind of messed my eyes, a little bit to get the perspective back there for a second. That's what happened to me.
Okay.
Man, we are light today. Wow. I don't think I've ever been so light in quite some time. Maybe just for Santos Dumont, but other than that, no, we don't fly like this. But anyway, the luck of the draw, 4.6. That is done. We can open the door. We don't need anything else here. Not yet. Oh, I need to get my audio back up so I can actually hear what's potting around me. Just slightly, because everybody except me and Reinhard are sleeping again.
Reinhard's being quite quiet tonight.
Yeah. He's very well behaved all of a sudden.
He's not studying, is he?
No. I think, in all honesty, my opinion, this is just my opinion, I think he made better quality friends online. Sometimes you make the wrong friends and then everybody gets rowdy and then you just need somebody maybe more mature to just calm everything down a little bit. It sounds just like he's much more calm.
Oh, is he trying to chat the women up tonight then?
No. And you won't believe it. I didn't know this. There are 2 women playing with him. They're a bit old for him. It's not his kind of age, but they are actually women shooting it up as well. I didn't know that. Anyway.
You mean your electric's been off for so long, you've both got to get your addiction habits back in control before you go to bed, have you?
Yeah, for sure.
I had a power back there.
Power came back just after 6:30 this evening, but I was downstairs just chatting with Renee and doing normal things for a change. And then I came back upstairs at 8 p.m. and it's now 9:51, and that's how long it took me to get into this flight. Like I said to you, I was supposed to be in descent already, and this flippin' machine didn't want to play ball. Right, okay. Altitude 35. Right, and our landing altitude.
These passengers are getting a bit rowdy at the late flight.
Yeah, it's fine. You know what? We're going to get there alive. Imagine that something broke off in the flight and we all died, Then they would have been really upset.
Well, I've not landed yet. We're not even took off yet.
Yeah, I had a friend she and her husband owned a company that I did IT support work for, and they flew to Mauritius once, and she came back and she laughed and she said to me, Nico, we had the most interesting experience. A lot of people in our country, at least, especially the older folk, they've never flown ever, they don't have that experience. And apparently the people in front of them in the aircraft was an elderly husband and wife team. And somewhere, just as the aircraft went over the ocean and you couldn't see the land anymore, this old gentleman started to lose his nerve. And he started crying. And he started praying. And he said, Lord, please forgive me. I'll never fly again. He's now bargaining for his life. And he said, and apparently he said, this is what happens when a human wants to be a bloody bird. Oh, and he was
Oh,
crying and he
dear.
was so unhappy. But they made it and they made it back, and the coming back wasn't that bad for him. You know, then he saw it wasn't that bad, but he was crying. Shame. One, 5 and VOR. We have 1156. 1156. That doesn't look bad at all. No, I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna kill that one. Kill that one. We're getting there.
Hope that wasn't the passengers you were talking about there.
Shh, shh. Don't scare them now already. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to rename my file. Oh, and you know what? It won't work in this aircraft, so it's absolutely irrelevant. But then I still want to take the other file. No, that would be the right one. That would be the right one. The SimRef one would be a 01. Alright, so yes and yes. Let's select that one and select that one. Yeah, that's fine. I forgot to activate it. I was wondering why, what happened there. Activate, execute now, go do that. Yes, now we're right. Now we've got it active. Right. Let's get the Navigraph visible here. Yeah, we know it's not doing a transition. That's fine, that's fine. Three 003. Right, that looks acceptable. $54.2, correct. Let's get this thing done. That's a bit big. Let's resize it a bit. Right, something like that. Reserves. 1762. So I make it 18. Cost is 20. Hello, call. And we're gonna go 350. We're gonna go 24817. And we've got a positive 9. Right, let's go for 36, see what that gives us. 99, that's fine, that's perfect, that's really good. Excellent, glad you like it. 575. Close enough. You see, you guys, you mustn't be so quiet. I'm starting to yawn. Who's going to tell us a joke?
Paul's a comedian.
Good one.
I think I exhausted my one joke about 2 months ago.
Oh, goodness.
And I'm just useless at telling jokes, so.
Hey, Laurie.
Aye.
My big problem is I always remember them at the most inconvenient time, or it's an inappropriate joke for that time, or I just don't remember them. I don't know. Got terrible luck with jokes, I can tell you that.
I'm the same. I would end up telling a joke wrong. Or get the punchline wrong or something like that. I'm useless. Absolutely useless.
I want to point out something to you guys just now. I don't know if you can see here on the screen. The takeoff runway has a heading of 258 and the arrival runway has a heading of 258. When last did you see a coincidence like that? I don't think I've ever seen that. All of them are 258.
Well, that's pretty cool then. That'll make it easier.
Yeah. Laurie, I've got the Bravo throttle quadrant and it's got a trim wheel that looks exactly like that one on the screen. So I just put my hand on it and I twist it. It's like a little saucer. You just turn it. Alright, if you have a button or two on your yoke, you can use trim up and trim down. Don't use trim up A and trim up B or trim A or trim B. It doesn't work that great. It's like it's not calibrated correctly. So if you just use trim up, nose trim down, that's the basic. It should work. Here's a joke for you. Why did the airplane get sent to his room? Who's going to guess that one?
I don't know, Nico.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
No, it's Carl asking on the stream. He knows. I have got no clue. No, it's not me asking. It's Carl. I thought you guys were more clever than me.
Nope.
It had a bad attitude. That's a good one. Oh, no, that's good.
I thought perhaps that's where the hangars were.
Yeah, that could work. Okay, you guys can't see it. Oh man, I wish you guys could see it. Let me see if I do a display capture, if you can see it. Look at the bottom left hand corner of the screen. You see there's like a white block at the bottom left hand corner? It will come on your screen now.
No.
Yep.
Where?
Bottom left corner on the screen, in the stream.
Yep.
Okay, that is the touch screen acting up again. Okay, so what happens is it captures the mouse, it drags it down there. Now, I don't know if you can see, there's like a ghost image on the screen. Look at that vertical bar at the window. That's my finger. I'm moving it on the touch screen over there, but it puts it on the wrong screen. The moment I touch it, also, oh, wow, okay, let's put that thing back in place. I didn't even know that thing could move. Wow, show it. I really didn't know. Does it move in the Zippo as well or not?
Yeah.
I've never played with it. You see, look.
Aye.
There's everything going to pot again. Let me just fiddle with the screen to get it to shut up. Yeah.
I like to have my handles down sometimes.
Okay. I've never had the urge to ever touch it. Never. I don't know it works.
The ones in the level up make a noise. They make a wee noise when you bring it down.
Well, put some oil on it then.
Now this thing doesn't want to stop. This freaking block comes back every few seconds. Okay. Seems to be okay now. Okay, right, okay. One thing at a time. Let's switch over. And we're going to close our door, call everybody and get going. Peter, push back.
Around the cockpit, the tow's driving up now.
Thank you so much. Doors, you can close. Then we just want to send the jetway backing. Sam. Come on. Go.
Oh, it's Sanders and put the payload in for the level up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. All I want to do is to tell this thing to go away. And my screen keeps on messing me around. Let me pull and twist this wire a little bit. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing. I really don't want to lose the screen. I use it every day of my life.
All doors and hatches are closed. We're connecting now.
The jetway bit rather than the blue.
I did. Not taking it. Anyway, all that's going to happen, Mac, is it's going to become like a concertina, you know, it's just gonna draw out until it snaps off, so we're not too worried about it. I'm more worried about this stupid screen interfering with me. Oh, man. Right, okay,
Have you got it that it retracts if you release the brake? If you put it in auto mode.
I don't know what my settings are like. I'm not going to care right now. I'm just going to let it pull away when it's ready.
Okay.
I couldn't get this, Mac. Really, it's painful enough and to worry about it. Hello, Steve.
Ontario Airport will send you the bill later.
Yeah, I've got that gold credit card here with me today. Should be enough. Otherwise, we'll just phone base and let them do a transfer. That's not a problem. Right, okay. Yeah, we're doing great. We're really enjoying ourselves right now. In the level up for a change. I'm just checking because I don't have Linda here. Yeah, that I've done everything I should have done. I think I did. So let's get going.
Okay, push is commencing. Go ahead and start the engines.
Look how it's extending, eh? And then all of a sudden it just goes, snaps off and it hits the guy there on the head.
That's brilliant.
There, it's snapped off. Bye-bye. Forgot the F mod works a bit different in this aircraft. You have to put the volume up a bit. Love my authors, look there at the back. Wow.
Operations complete. Set the brakes. Stand by. We're disconnecting the tow now.
Yeah, the orthos look amazing out there.
Yeah, it does, it does. I used to like flying here. Torrance, the airport there in Torrance, and the one here at Palm Springs. I used to fly the GA here a lot between those two airports. A really nice area to fly in there. Visually, very nice.
Palm Springs is amazing approach on it.
Tow's disconnected and bypass pins removed. Signals on the left. Have a good one.
I'm gonna have to calibrate this thing again. This thing is way out. We'll do it just now. Yeah, that should be the pin. There's an height there, so let's just calibrate this thing. Joystick. Okay, I've also noticed the problem there. Shouldn't be there. Let's go try to set that correctly as well. Okay. Oh, it was under calibration. Okay. Calibration, alright. Flaps axis and custom speed brake axis. That is correct. And then we need to disable this one. Nose wheel tiller. Should we? No, we need a tiller there. That's true. That's true. Okay, my bad. Overzealous again. Right, check those controls. They seem to work nicely. There we go. Now we've got control. Okay, let's go. Taxi light. Go. The rudders a bit there, and I tell you, once you calibrate them, they're really stable. Interesting reaction I got there from the flaps. But anyway, it seems to be in position now. Alright, so I'm just gonna park off here. Set everything up quickly. DARA. This on auto, yeah, it's on auto. Okay, ready to go. Let's go.
What, Captain?
Thank you, sir.
Approaching 26 right.
They're gonna scream at me now if I don't turn the volume down. I'm just gonna have to reach quickly once I'm in line. I just realized it's very loud now.
On runway 26 right.
I don't want the divorce because I fly late at night, you know. Right, going for 60 and Toga, you know.
Knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. $400.
Go. That was actually a very nice takeoff. You can feel it's a different flight model. Amazing how quiet it got all of a sudden. I was worried something's wrong. I'm checking everything now, checking the charts. See, we've got some altitude restrictions here. Nothing bad, but I mean, we're obviously in a situation where we've reached the maximum supposed speed under 10,000. It's actually overshot it because of this turbulence. Yeah,
Whatever.
it's a bit of a bumpy ride. This, look at this. Oh, there was a weather update just now as well. Yeah. Look at this. Imagine sitting at the back here. You have to go through this.
Bacon.
Yes, I could not stir that. Yeah, it's gonna keep us below 7,000 until the next waypoint, and then it's gonna climb slightly because we need to be below 8,000 at the next waypoint. And then we need to climb like hell because we need to be above 13,000 at the next waypoint. So a couple of things to enjoy the ride with. Front when it does this, but this is not for me. I like it.
Does it make you sick, Nico?
Not really. No, it's just you always hope that guy in front knows what he's doing. I tell you what, ever since I started flying in the jump seat, in the real thing, you know, it's never going to be the same for me sitting in the back again. I mean, all the last flights I did, everything was in the jump seat. So it's going to be a bit of a, I don't know, I'll have to adapt a little bit, you know, change my mindset again to get to the back.
We just need to tie you down to one of the passenger seats.
Yeah. So it's not the first waypoint, but they're on top of each other. So it's there where we take the turn. We need to be below 8,000 and then we need to climb. It's obviously because of this whole SoCal DMA situation with Los Angeles here. Kind of in their way and so on. At least the Beaumont can fly the restrictions. Hello Angel, welcome. Yeah, there we climb.
We're set up for a flight in the 600. Take the 600 out for a wee spin. Do it again. believe flying on the west coast is really nice.
Wolf 19, I hope so. I really hope so.
Certainly has its moments, for sure.
Yeah. These mountains are deceptive. I remember flying here in the 170 and in the Piper and in the Cirrus. I tell you what, you need to climb because they are very deceptive. You cannot imagine how high they really are until you get there. For the GA, it was always a planned proper situation.
You're flying there, don't you?
Sorry, say again, you?
You really need to know the terrain when you're flying it.
Yep. Yeah. I had a friend in the real world, and he's also a flight simmer, and he's a commercial pilot. I mean, he's flown a lot, and one day he confessed to me, he said he did not think it was going to be that bad, and he ended up in the mountains. He's fully IFR qualified, everything, so he's not, phased by clouds or anything. And he almost got in trouble. And he said to me, from that day on, he would always, when he flies, he would do his flight in the sim first, so he can get the situational awareness to understand, what to look out for, what not to do. I remember way back in the day with FS9, I did it a lot, before we go fly in the real world, go check it out. That's a nice tool to have. Why not use it?
Yeah, get you know the area a bit better as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what you're flying in.
Yeah, absolutely. And now with orthos and with MS 2020 and their version of photogrammetry, how do you say that in English? Photogrammetry. Something like that.
When you say that one, you go,
it's a weird one, but anyway, so let's call it orthos with their pictures. I mean, you can recognize a place if you know what you're looking for.
Definitely. Even within the orthos, an expert, you can still recognise. Just at the moment.
Yeah. Take off quickly. Hello, William. Sorry, William. Sorry about that. He says he can't hear the chatter when we're in outside vehicles. The engines are too loud. Apologies, mate. I didn't realize. It's gonna be
I wouldn't actually know because I'm watching you on the phone, but I've not got the volume. I'm just listening to this call.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I've put the equalizer down a little bit. Hopefully that'll help, but I won't stay outside that long. Again, it was just for a couple of nice screenshots. Well, we almost at cruise.
For beverages.
Oh no, you guys must help yourself. There's a lot of new stock in both galleys, you know, so just get up, go get some, you know, help yourselves.
Excellent. I'm away to raid the galley.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Well, once you're there, just bring for some for the guys as well, you know. Make yourself
I'll
handy.
Just
I'll
bring
just
your
roll-
drink trolley back with you.
Yeah,
I'll
bring the
that's what
trolley.
I've got to say. I'll just roll them down, man. Bring them.
Hello, Aviator. Welcome.
Don't know how I got up into being a flight attendant there. That's
No. You're misreading it. You're misreading it. You're the life of the party. You know, you must, you know, just put the correct title there. Yeah. People are depending on you, man.
right. There you go. There's the trolleys.
Right above descent, 111 nautical miles. No worries. No worries. Don't worry about that. Lots of people spell my name like that. I'm not worried about it. 2991. Paul,
Yes.
you're so quiet.
Yeah, I'm still looking through these pirates for the Challenger tool. I'm on page 38.
Wow, okay.
One or two new guys have started to do it. And overall, pretty good attempts.
Good. That's good
On
to hear.
average, people are trying really hard to do it properly.
That is excellent.
Well, I mean, there's one or two, and they've obviously not had the right winds for what we've actually told them to do for a departure, for example. But if it's not made it super easy, I'm going to let things like that slip a bit. But where it just removes the challenge altogether, I'm going to have a word of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Good.
But overall, it's pretty good.
Well, it means the messages that we're getting it across.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that, Mac. I don't think we bring it up very often, and perhaps I should do that a bit more. Occasionally, or something in the VA.
Well, just doing it in a stream and things like that. And when the question about rules gets raised, and say, look, it's a friendly thing, but we have certain things, and we have talked about it in the room, and I think we're okay.
But for example, if somebody's just noticed that the tour's there, it might be 2 months since we brought it up, or just worth an extra nudge, perhaps.
Well, even just saying here now, we do check those products. Our man is in the mood to do it currently. And you're lucky, gents. You put him in a good mood.
I've just been smiling to myself about one guy's pirate. Now, it's just his name. Now, my friends who emigrated to the Netherlands, they have it's the whole Dutch way of life thing that they're interested in. They promote lesser known parts of the Netherlands. Very soon after he moved there, Bob was saying to me, oh, just up the river here, there's a couple of strangely named towns. And I remember I couldn't pronounce one. And in my northern English, to me it sounds like I'm a wrong one. It's like, I'm not a right one, I'm a wrong one. And
well, we know that. You don't have to tell us, Paul.
And this guy's name, obviously the family's come from that town, and it just made me smile. Van, wherever it is,
Okay. That's, what I found interesting with the whole Skymatix thing is the number of Dutch and Belgium, I don't know if I say it correctly, people that are actually drawn. And I don't know if it's because of my heritage or what, or it's just something that really speaks to them. But I'm amazed how many Dutch and people from Belgium are here. It's really nice.
Oh, I think there's obviously quite a large following, and the thing about the Dutch is they're all very good at speaking English. Whereas, should we say, there are certain other European countries that predominantly don't speak.
Just say it, Mac.
The Scottish, yes.
There's nothing wrong with the Scottish language at all, as you well know. I fully appreciate it.
Yeah, no, we're taking the mickey out of him, that's all. No, that's fine.
I knew it.
No, but Dutch, a lot of people speak English, unless they're with elder relatives, because a lot of their work is involved in English. And I think that's, whereas if you're German, you probably, in Germany, you're very strong in speaking German, and a lot of people don't speak very good English in German.
Hello, Rob, welcome. Ja, broer, dit gebeur. Steve is standing up for you, Scotsman.
Cheers, Steve. I just can't bring the Porsche out. Sorry, there's just too much work.
Yeah, I'm not sure Paul's gonna say anything about it on the stream, but you might be right and you might not be right. I don't know. I didn't see it.
What's that?
The city name.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, that's the town.
Neil, the guys really stand up for you. You didn't know you had such a following here on my channel.
Excellent. Got a bit of backup there, see?
See. Oh, there's top of PC. Well, I can honestly tell you, thus far, this has been a very uneventful flight. It's very well done. Like I said, when I took off, you can feel that it's not the Zebra. You can feel this flight model is different. It's got a totally different feel to the Zebra, which
Does
is
it
not
feel heavier?
No, it feels. I'm gonna see if I can try and explain it to you. It's got the same heavy feel, but it's like here, how do we explain this? It moves more. It literally moves more in the air than the Zebra would move. The Zebra would be more, I don't want to say stable, it's just the Zebra doesn't move this much, you know. So if you can picture maybe a boat trying to dock, you know, and you have a little canoe under your feet, you know, it's that kind of movement that your feet make, versus if you're on a bigger boat, you can rock it a bit more without getting the same movement. I mean, just to try and give an idea.
So you're saying it's not quite so sensitive to controls, or is it? Does it still? Does it blow as much in the wind, or what?
No, it's the controls are still there, but it's like it doesn't have the same grip in the air. The grip is not the same. It's like it just moves more. So I've got to put a little bit more input in, you know, to keep it going. But it's like it's not gripping the air the same. Yeah, more twitchy. There's a nice way of saying it. It is
a bit too responsive, Nico. It's a bit too responsive when you put back when you're taking off. It kind of twitches up. Kind of, it's like.
Yeah, it's not bad. I like the idea that it's kind of different, because otherwise, if it wasn't different, why would I ever fly this aircraft? You know, it kind of gives me a reason to just feel it a little bit different. Go for it.
I fly it that much that I've got used to how it flies. You know, it's just different. That's all it is. Just got to kind of handle it differently.
I watched a stream by the 737NG driver. He was talking about landings. He was saying that there's enough variability between identical models for some reason that it's harder to do a good landing in whatever tail number it is than the rest of the fleet.
Very truthful. Very
And he said that, you know, him and a particular captain were doing 3 or 4 sectors that day, and they actually alternated, and neither of them could get it down with anything other than a very firm landing. So it goes to show, you know, when it was being built, there was something, you know, not quite lined up like the rest. Obviously with tolerances, but, you know, it's interesting.
You actually get an aircraft, which should we say has a damaged panel, so somebody puts a patch on, or you get a panel's damaged and they change that panel, and the replacement panel is not a match for the panel that's on the opposite side, and it does change. And you'd be surprised at how many aircraft have actually got twists and kinks in them. You look at the side of an aircraft, and yeah, when they're brand new, you probably find them quite smooth. But if you look down an older aircraft, you'll often find that one side might have a few wrinkles in it. Yeah, no two aircraft fly exactly the same when it comes to trimming and all the rest of it. I'm not saying that it's drastic, but there is a difference. The drag might be slightly different on one aircraft than another, things like this. Well, you think just one that's got SATCOM on it, and that's all the aircraft have got SATCOM. You've got a SAT on the sat on the top. That's going to change weight distribution and drag.
Mac, I'm just thinking out loud all of a sudden because I'm thinking about my cousin that just passed away a few days ago. You haven't heard from Chris again, eh?
Sorry?
You haven't heard from Chris?
No. What?
I was thinking about my cousin.
Right.
I'll explain later. It's not for this thing.
Yeah, I was sorry to hear
Yeah.
But a tough time recently.
Yeah. Life.
I must admit, I listened to quite a lot, like Glastonbury concert, Glastonbury Festival. And it was a change to look at people that were 78 or 80 performing on stage rather than somebody's death and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. There's another one of our mates that has disappeared, and somebody jokingly said that, well, at least his name's not in the obituary yet, you know, not that he's seen. I've reached out to the family, I've sent messages all over, there is just zero response. I'm afraid he might have passed away as well, so I'll tell you later. I mean, it's one of our flight sim friends, you know, so, it's bad, man, it's bad.
Well, it happens.
Yeah.
I sometimes wonder how long it would be if I was to not wake up on 1 hour before anybody noticed I was.
Oh, that's a problem. We would notice immediately, but then who do we contact to go find out?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, with my family, my mother's the same. Very, very self-sufficient. We don't live in each other's pockets. we rely on people asking for help rather than when children have got children and they've got their lives to live. And I know what it was like with children. It's sometimes difficult to put everything in.
Yeah.
If they're not working.
Yeah. Just do me a favor, just put a little note there somewhere with contact details of ours, that if something happens, that one of your people can just send us a note. You know, I don't wish it on you, but please, you know.
Okay. Well, I'll have a word with the post control.
Yeah. She can just pop a note and says, anyway, that goes for all of you. I mean, we've come so close together here. We don't like to talk about morbid stuff and so on, but life happens, you know. And, if you're part of this community, it would be nice if somebody could just let us know, you know, you're not coming back.
Well, after all my cool jokes and sarcasm to the downstairs,
You'll be surprised.
Plus the fact it's cheaper for the heating if we went upstairs.
Yeah. I get it for free upstairs anyway. Right, so where are we in this flight? Let's quickly change this morbid stories quickly. Decelerate is there. Okay, we are 67 nautical miles. Yeah, Steve. For sure. We're going down, we're going down. But controlled. It's controlled, we're not crashing that way.
Tell you what I was reading. Interesting subject. Is the life of the tank dead?
Oh yeah, the life of the tank. Okay, you mean one that goes boom boom with a, shooting at the other guys?
Yeah.
That one. Okay, all right. Oh, just clarifying. Well, I want to tell you something. I found a channel on TikTok that has got the raw footage from the war in Ukraine, and they show both sides, and they've got drones flying around, and I tell you what, the tanks are getting a hammering from each other.
Well, the drone has changed because they're using commercial drones, but they're also fitting out commercial drones with small ammunitions as well.
Yeah.
Most tank armour is more susceptible to being hit from above.
Yeah.
And most anti-tank missiles and munitions are directed and come at the top of the turret. So the tank is more, and they were on about like the future protections for tank systems. But drones has become a big thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen it. I remember many years ago, the guys, I don't know if it ever was used or if it is used in war. I mean, I'm not a tank guy, but I watched them put, how do I explain it? It's like a framework on top of the tank, and then they have like loose armor plating in the framework. So what happens is that takes the brunt of whatever comes at the tank, and so they should, theoretically take a shell or two or a missile before they, really get into the
thing is, the armour shells that are available now have actually got around it. It's what they used to call the old box section business. Okay. So you had an outer plate. That is old technology. Because what you do is you have a piercing shell. So you get a centre core. Actually, you get the outside shell hits the outer plate, and then a core goes straight on and carries on into the interior.
Yeah.
It's also an excellent way of disposing of depleted uranium.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, now they're using, actually using mechanisms to fire back at approaching missiles.
Yeah.
Because technology is so quick now that computer systems can, well, you can radar, zoom in on it, and you can actually aim your gun at the missile, and they can track the missile.
Yeah, they also use lasers nowadays.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rab?
They can actually shoot the shields as well now.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. One of the laser applications is obviously in Israel, where they've got all those missiles and shells coming in from the border, and that's where I saw, well, I think it was on YouTube a couple of months ago. They were testing the lasers to actually replace the Patriot missiles because of the sheer cost of the Patriots, and yeah.
The cost of a laser strike is minimal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the only trouble is with the cost of energy going up, the cost of electricity.
They'll fit solar panels and have a lithium battery, I promise you. They'll work around it. They're not that stupid. Yeah.
It's been very quiet on that front. Do you remember the chemical laser they had in the front of that 747 as well? That's been very quiet recently.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's so many other things taking our attention away, and news media makes their money differently than they used to, and stuff we were interested in is not really important for the rest of the world anymore. Yeah. Mako, I see you here. Just drop a note. Can you actually hear me? Or I know you're working, but you can't talk back. But just say yes, you can hear me. Just want to tell you something. Okay. Mako, one of the problems that me and Zibo had when we created the import of the winds and the stuff is it needs to be in a very specific format. Okay, and we didn't realize in the version 1 of this facility that it only works proper with the Lido format. Okay, so I don't want you to break your head on adding the XML file in the VA, because Zibo is still working on trying to find a way to import as many different formats as possible. Now, if you're going to look, you and me and the rest of the guys here decided we're going to use the Lido format, so we should be fine. But if you have to break a leg to actually make this thing work, then it's not worth it. Sorry, let me see what you're saying. Yeah, you say the XML is already working, but is it only in the Lido format, and is it the actual Lido format? Because that's what the whole point is. We can't use just any XML. It has to be in a specific format for the Zibo code to read it, to pull it into the FMC. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want you to break your neck for something that might not even be worthwhile at the end of the day, because it's not compliant with what Zibo wants. That's all I'm trying to do, just trying to help you. If it works, it works. Fine, cool. Then I just say thank you. But Okay.
It work. It should work in the Lido format, and I think we just could advise people, as we have done, that
Yeah.
as far as SIBO is concerned, it will only work with the Lido.
Yeah. Currently, yes, until he updates it. Okay, well, that's basically what Mako has just said. He says it is in the Lido by default, so it should work. Okay, Mako, no, that's fine. I just don't want you to spend time on something that might not have a long shelf life.
Anyway, thank you for doing that, Mako. That's,
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
He says it was easy but messy.
Well, we wouldn't want to give you too many easy problems. I mean, you wait till all comes along, it'll get even worse.
Oh, you! I'm not a troublemaker when it comes to that. Mr. McTrain. Don't bloody paint me with the brush that you've been used on you. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, how's this plane doing, Nico?
So far, so good. The big test is going to come when we disconnect the autopilot. What we need to look out for is the trim, that the trim is workable, and that the next thing we need to look out for is the pitch. That attitude we were talking about in the joke earlier. You know, we need to make sure that we've got the correct attitude. The last time I flew it, it was like it was very heavy pitched up, so you couldn't even see the runway. It just wasn't visible. So we need to look at that.
Well, before you get to top of descent, if you just nip out the outside and stroke it down at the top of the fuselage, just to calm it down, and then it won't have such a bad attitude.
Okay. Yeah, I'll kick the knee plate here in front of me. Just get in line, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll just kick it once.
Just say, if it doesn't behave yourself, you set the limiter on.
Yeah. There's our airport.
Just rocking and rolling a little bit, isn't it?
It is. I don't get why that thing is complaining. It's absolutely correct. Oh, I'm thinking it's looking at the wrong runway. That's picking up. There's 3 runways here, so we're going to pass 2 runways and go for the 3rd runway. Maybe that's why it's picking up the wrong one. I'm not sure, because look, the identifier is wrong. This is ISYQ and the identifier is ICWJ, so it's obviously looking at the wrong runway. There we go. Ah, there you see. Talking about it and then it happens. My feet on my rudders. Get ready for action. Hope it's better than Santos Dumont.
That really is quite the challenge.
Oh yeah. But man, I felt so good when I got it right. I love, you know, just getting in and loading my safe flight and going.
Yeah.
I've done it a few times now again.
I found myself going to Paro yesterday evening. And apart from a bit of a hard landing, it went really well. I'm quite surprised myself.
Okay.
Because it's been months and months and months.
Oh, same here.
I think the gear needs an inspection, but you know, I'll take that.
Weird, I went to Paro the day as well. I took the LevelUP 600.
Oh yeah.
Took that to Paro, aye. Kathmandu.
Or was that Kathmandu to Paro?
Yes.
Did you have some rain in Kathmandu? It was raining when I was there.
Gear down. 3 green.
No, I don't think so. It said it was a bit stormy, but potentially rain on me.
Aye. So it was clear in Paro when I got there, like it was pretty pristine.
Loaded all systems go here.
So far so good. I can actually see the runway. Speed brake is on, man. Here it is.
Good luck, Nico.
Now it's taking it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Steve. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna disconnect on and fly. And let's see what happens. See, she's nice and twitchy. Totally different. I mean, there is a bit of a wind. It's 17 knots coming there from 1 o'clock, but still, I mean, it is a bit more twitchy than the Zebra. It's like you're standing on the canoe, you know, and you're just finding your footing and you're just going left, right, you know, kind of thing. It's like it's loose in the water, loose in the air. I'll have to explain it, but anyway.
400.
Oh, that wind is really causing a bit of a mess now, eh?
Approaching minimums.
Yeah.
200 minimum. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Wow. Never thought I'd make it that way.
That seemed to be okay, Nico, unless you were covering for it.
No. I did feel at one point in time I lost a little bit. It was like the nose was a bit heavy, and I actually pulled so hard on the yoke that I ran out of travel.
Really?
Yeah, I pulled really hard. And I don't know if you listened carefully on the stream, you should have heard it, because I had to pull it there at the very end, and I completely ran out of travel.
Wow.
Let's look at where
where's the trim at the moment?
I'm looking down, you'll see it now.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think it could have been a little bit more nose up. Okay, so there's a couple of things it can be. It could be the drag is too much because of the flaps. It could be the trim. It could be a combination of the two. It could be that the actual thrust is also, you know, out of sync. So what needs to happen is you need to balance all of these things: drag, power, trim, all these things. And this is why the guy that does the flight model, you know, needs to get involved to figure it out and do it. He knows
On
more
runway
about it than I do,
26.
so.
On runway 26.
But not bad. I mean, that was really, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Looking at that, it looks. What's the state? Let's have a look at the rest. No, it looks like everything was stable on your. Look at that. Brilliant.
Yeah, I lost the glide slope there at one point in time, but that's just one of those things.
But you weren't outside the limits there.
No.
No?
I'll take it.
That was good. Yeah. Mine
So-
would be in red. I don't have it because all that would be in red for me.
Practice, Mac. Just practice. Yeah. Anyway, thank you to everybody watching and to you guys here on Discord. It's very late here, so I'm gonna get off quickly when I get to the stand. But this was fun. Nice having you guys here, and I'll probably fly the aircraft again tomorrow, you know, for the stream. See what
Can
it
I stream,
does.
Nico?
I'll stream tomorrow morning. I'm gonna fly from Ibiza to somewhere. Let's quickly have a look, see. So Michael John asked me so nicely to please put the information up so he knows as well. So I'll put it in my planned flight room here in Discord, but let's quickly have a look, see.
It's Saturday tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, so my plan, guys, is I'm going to fly from LEIB, Ibiza, to Olbia, LIEO. That's my plan for tomorrow morning.
Is this a Ziva or level up or?
No, I'll do level up again, Mac. I need to fly
that's
a
fine.
little bit of level up again now.
No, that's fine. Just so the guys know a bit. Well, hopefully we kept you awake. Nico.
You did. It was lovely to have you guys here.
But no, and that's a plus.
I'm just typing quickly here. Flight number 4233. Right now, there you go. I'll just put it in so you guys can pick up on that. Alright, and then gents, ladies, I'm going to be out of town for the evening. I'll be back Sunday afternoon late. So no stream for Saturday evening or Saturday evening or Sunday morning. Yeah.
Taking your wife out, are you?
Yep. Yeah, we're going to go to the farm a little bit just to escape.
Oh, right. You're stopping overnight?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. I must admit, I wondered when you were out there last week.
Yeah.
What was the intention?
The plan from last week until now was to go install a huge, massive UPS system for the guys there. And between me and the supplier, it didn't come to fruition because they have their stock in Bloemfontein, which is 5 hours from here. And apparently between me ordering on Wednesday morning and close of business 5 p.m. today, their courier company that they use, which is an outside company obviously, didn't seem to bother to even go and pick it up yet. So I had to let the customer know and say, listen, well, the thing is still in Bloemfontein, it's not coming, but we're still coming. You know, we're not going to waste time and not go. So we'll still go, but then in the week I'll just drive through and go to the UPS one day.
Has that sort of equipment gone up in price enough?
Yeah. Lots.
I better know.
Lots. One of the big things also, Mac, I'm just going to continue talking here on stream. Guys, if you need to go, that's fine. I just want to not cut the conversation and continue later, and then there's somebody on the stream that wanted to hear the story. One of the big problems we have here, which I suppose is just a normal human problem all over the world, is some of the people that sell these power solutions are very unscrupulous. They themselves don't really even know what they're selling. And you know about my problem that I picked up with the supplier I used last year, and the battery's dying within a few months.
Yeah.
You know about that. And it took me a while to figure out where the proper suppliers are, but just by buying proper equipment opposed to the cheap rubbish that the people sell in mass, the price has gone up by about 15 to 20% just because you're buying something better. So that also needs to be taken into account. So where I paid 14,000 Rand for my system last year in March, it is now going for 20, at least. And then the other problem that you have is you need to decide whether you want a gel battery or you want a lithium ion battery. The gel batteries that I can get come with a 3-year warranty, and their lifespan is between 5 and 8 if you look after them and you use the correct kind of equipment to keep them in balance and in check. But the lithium ion batteries start at 5-year warranty, and they go up to 10 to 15-year lifespan. So, but that's an additional 10,000 Rand. So you're talking 30 for a system that cost me 14, and it's more than double last year.
Okay.
But my system from last year was unfortunately one of these cheap.
What do they want it for? To keep the servers and everything?
Yeah,
right?
it's for the
run the whole
server, the switches, the PBX, the whole story.
Yeah.
So that's the idea. And I'm not even going to call the jetway. We're just going to do that and do that. Oh, the jetway's on its way in its own. Right, we can open there. And that's the end of the stream. Let's have a look, see outside.
Well, nice little stream, Nico. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for the chat, guys, and the guys on stream there. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 700 Zulu. It's 9 a.m. South African time and 8 a.m. UK time. So we'll chat then. Have a good one.
Thanks, Nico.
Sleep well. Bye-bye, guys. Pleasure, Paul.